The scatterplot shows the relationship between two variables, x and y. A line of best fit for the data is also shown. For how many of the 10 data points is the actual y value greater than the y value predicted by the line of best fit? So the fundamental concept here is, you might have guessed it, line of best fit, right? And what are they asking us to do? They're asking us to compare the actual y value against the predicted y value of the line of best fit. So how do we do that, right? So this is a line of best fit problem, right? And they want us to compare the predicted values versus the actual values, right? That is what they're asking us. So how do we do that? Well, our line of best fit is nothing more than what? A prediction, right? They are just basically showing us a line that estimates the function that the data points may or may not adhere to, right? So when they're asking us to compare the actual versus predicted, we basically need to compare, okay, these are the y values, right? Because for this x, we get a y that is predicted where basically the line is, right? So when x equals 2, the predicted y value might be like 2.25, but then the actual y value is the point itself, not the line. So the point here is at like 2.5, right? So we need to basically count and see, okay, how many of the data points, right, or the actual values have a y value above the predicted value, which is just the line, right? So let me repeat that. When they're asking us to compare the actual y values against the predicted y values, we simply need to look at the data points in this graph and then find those points that are above the line, right? Above the line of best fit, because that means if they are above, they have a greater y value, okay? So this is pretty straightforward. Now we just need to count the number of points above the line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So pretty straightforward, right? That's all we had to do for this question. What did we have to do? We just had to understand that first, this was a line of best fit problem, right? And then figure out what they were asking us. They were asking us to compare the predicted values against the actual values, right? And they just wanted to basically, they wanted us to count how many of the actual values